Hello and welcome to Did I Fix That? Today we're going to be changing the oil on this Porsche 997.2 Carrera. This is the base model. This has a 3.6 liter engine in it. And there are a ton of videos out there on how to change the oil in it. But I just want to express to everybody how simple and inexpensive this job really is. You just need some basic hand tools to do this, which we'll go over right now. One of them is just a torque wrench, which I have here in this box, just a click torque. I'll show you how to do that in the specs that'll be required. You need a hex bit that is 8mm in size, and that fits the oil drain plug. Then you need some oil. And I've gone with this Liqui-Moly 540. The owner's manual also calls for a 040, but for I guess warmer climates, you go with a 540. And a new filter, and actually with the oil change kit they threw in a new crush washer and drain plug. Although I did, just for reference, on Amazon bought a pack of 10 of the crush washers, and they were $3.88, so basically 38 cents each. The oil itself I got from FCP Euro, and that was $85.32. And one tool that you may need is this special, it's not special, it's just a 36mm socket, and that's to take the canister lid off of the oil filter, which is on the top of the motor. And this socket was $10, I think it was $10.95 on Amazon. But any 36mm socket will work, or a wrench. But at any rate, this is so simple to do, you really don't even have to jack the car up. Although, me saying that, I will jack the car up because my oil catch pan is too tall to slide completely underneath the car. If it was about a ½ inch lower, I wouldn't even have to jack the car up. So the first thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and jack it up. There's videos out there on how to jack your car up properly, but I'm just going to give this a couple pumps here. Let's get it up a little bit. Okay, that ought to be enough to get the oil pan underneath. That's fine. My rag here, so I'm going to grab my 8mm hex socket, grab that, crawl underneath here, and find the drain plug. And the drain plug is located right over here. Let me show you guys. It is, okay, this is the oil pan. That's the oil level and temperature sensor. And immediately to that, towards the towards the driver's side, is the plug. And you can see it there. And that's where the 8mm, that right there, that's where the 8mm socket will go into, the hex socket. So I'm going to put my socket in there. Trying to do this one-handed here. Okay, right there. And loosen it. That's it. It's loose. So this vehicle holds 8 quarts of oil. So I'm gonna try not to get it all over the place. And I'm gonna get that out. And there we go. Okay, so it's coming out right now, and we're about to let loose with this. It's going to be a gush of oil coming out. There we go. So we're starting to drain that, and I'm going to let that drain for quite some time. So while I'm letting that drain, I'm going to come up top and I'm going to pop my hood, or trunk or bonnet, whatever, I don't know what you want to call it. The engine bay. Come up here, and here's the engine, and this is the oil filter is located right here. So what I do is I just grab a rag, throw it down here so that we don't drip a bunch of oil all over the place. I'm going to grab my socket, grab my special 36 millimeter, and we're going to take it out. Real simple. This honestly is the easiest vehicle to work on as far as routine maintenance goes. So there we go. And there we go. And that's pretty much it. That's out. So just gonna loosen that up and just let this oil drain. And it's gonna take a while to drain all technically 7.9 quarts out of it. So we're gonna let the engine sit for a bit, let it drain, probably an hour or so, maybe longer. And we'll come back in and button everything up in just a second. Okay, now we've given it about an hour for all the oil to drain out of this thing. It takes forever for the oil to drain. So now I'm just down to just drip, very little coming out. So once again, I'm gonna grab my 8mm hex here. This is a new drain plug that came with the oil change kit from FCP Euro, and a new crush washer, even though I previously purchased a bunch of them from Amazon. So this is my torque wrench, and this is the kind you just twist this knob forward and backwards, and there's a scale here, and I've got it set on 37 foot-pounds. So this requires 37 foot-pounds of torque to get this crush washer properly compressed to seal. So I'm gonna hop back underneath the car, put this in, torque it to 37 pounds, and you'll hear with torque wrenches, you'll hear a distinctive little click as they go in. So I'll take my oil out. All right, put my plug in. Can you see?
Yeah.
No, let me get down here and see so you can see better. Okay, so I've got the plug finger tight. Now I'm going to grab my torque wrench, put it in, and you guys are going to hear when it torques, so it starts to get some pressure on it here. You'll hear a click. Oh. My goodness. Okay, here we go. So we're going to go until it clicks. Okay, that's got to be good there. There we go. All right, it's 37 foot-pounds. Now we'll come back up top, and we took the oil filter out. This is the cartridge that it goes in right here. So the kit consists of a new filter. So we're going to pop this out. This pulls straight out like that. And there's a rubber O-ring or gasket, if you will, there. So I'm going to try to get that out real quick if I can. I don't have a pick with me right now. So I'm going to grab a screwdriver right here. Pop this out. So just grab a screw. Actually, I'll use a small one. There we go. So we'll just pop that in there. Get out our old O-ring. Put that in. I'm going to get my new one. I'm just going to put a little oil around it so it'll help when the new one, tightening it back up so it won't kind of catch. Put that back in the groove. So that kind of pops around. There, it just drops in just like that. Grab the filter, and that's going to drop right down into this. Put that in there like that, and that just drops. Take this rag out of the way here. That just pops down into the canister and get it going here. Sometimes it's a little fidgety. Let's try that one more time here. Well, real life struggle. There we go. All right, so this one actually uses, what I found, 19 foot-pounds of torque. So we'll grab our torque wrench and set that down onto 19. So once again, we'll just kind of release that. Look at our scale. Get this down to 19 foot-pounds. And that's that. Put that on there. And we'll just tighten this up. And then this engine calls for 7.9 quarts of oil. So I'm gonna do that and top it off here in a second. Okay, here we go. That's it. So now I'm just gonna put the oil in. The oil goes in right here. I'm gonna grab a funnel, put my 7.9 quarts, or actually I probably put about 7.5 and check it, and then top it up from there. I don't want to overfill the motor. So I'm gonna do that real quick, and then we'll check the oil in just a second. Okay, so now that we have our 7.5 quarts of oil, it does call for 7.9. I'm gonna start the car up, let it warm up, and we're gonna check the oil level after the car is off the jack and completely level. And also while it's warming up, I'm going to check and make sure that we don't have any oil leaks coming from around the oil filter, the housing, or from the drain plug. So we'll go ahead and fire this up real quick. Alright, so come back here and you take a look around the oil filter housing. See if we have anything coming out. Doesn't really look like we do. Everything looks good. Now I do change my oil every 5,000 miles. I think that's more than what the owner's manual calls for. And I do use a quality oil. I'm not endorsing this product, but this is fully full synthetic, high quality stuff. So that's basically it. I'm not going to bore you with how to check it on the dash computer and that kind of stuff. I suspect everybody knows how to do that. The intent of this video is to show you how simple these cars are to work on as far as normal maintenance and stuff. I wanted to have my camera woman do the work, but she refused to get on camera. But she's my daughter, and I do appreciate her helping out. So once again, did I fix that? Yes, I did.